My guess is you are one of the race participants.
Ah, it's you. First Outlander to seek a place in the hero's pursuits.
Is that
Will you
what
ride
this
here
place is
too?
called?
There's room for you if you want.
So the question would be, should we do it right now? Or should we do other things first? Because this, of course, will take us on a trip around town. And maybe we discover more things along the way. I mean, racing through is probably not the best way to stop and closely look at what we're uncovering. Might prefer to do that when we're not chasing other people or trying to hold them off. But we could still give it a shot now. Sure.
Yeah, alright.
Another one where
Might even win.
getting a better sense of
Your
what the
arse
level
is
would
as
be
tough
in
as your
advance,
talk.
maybe,
Who
but
knows? Listen
not
up,
a huge
folks.
factor, I don't think. Like we were saying,
Race
don't
is
really
about
know
to
what the
start.
correct way to approach it is at
Running
this
for
point.
the glory, the great mum, or Speedy Oswald, Lonely Boy Svan, and Geralt of Rivia.
Okay. So I guess that does make it a little bit harder to gauge just how difficult will this race be. Off to a slow start. That was not good. Also, that may have been because I was not sprinting. So I think all these quests we're seeing are just all the various horse races that we can do. And there are apparently a crazy number of them, because look at how many we just got. Okay, I really thought we were supposed to turn left there for a second. Excuse you. Not cool. Okay, so of course I don't really know the route here. I'm just trying to keep one eye directly in front of us and one eye like this on the actual path, because hard turns like that sometimes can be hard to see coming. Now there are enemies along the path here, interestingly enough. That is true. Oh, I think we won it. I think we won it.
'Twas as you said it would be. You won. Glory's yours, as is the prize.
What was the prize? Probably could have learned about this from other people more indirectly, but 30 experience, that's something. 80 crowns is not bad. And Zeracanian blinders. Okay, so there's one of the races all set. I'm assuming, yeah, win each of the qualifying races at least once. Ah, okay. Those on the continent worship the gods by praying, burning incense, and making offerings. In Skellige, all these are practiced, but the islanders consider the best way of honoring the gods to be risking one's life while performing feats of bravery. A favorite way to do this? Taking part in the Hero's Dash, a race full of strong emotions and frightening dangers, sure to make the goddess smile. Frightening dangers in a horse race? I mean, we did see some monsters or bandits or something along the pathway there. I assume that was largely just because we've not yet explored those areas, and so we haven't cleared them out of whatever types of enemies there would normally be. But I didn't actually assume that we would ever be at risk of getting attacked. Geralt is not the most pious of fellows, but the prize on the offer for the race's winner, as well as a chance to test Roach's speed against the best Skellige mounts, convinced him to join. Okay. So, that is interesting. We'll definitely at some point want to check this out. I'm assuming that that's probably going to take us to possibly even every or most of the islands on Skellige. Might be that there's roughly one per island, I'd imagine. Something like that. Then, like, was this part of it? Yeah. Okay, so that might be the broad, overarching one. That seems like that's for the main race. You need to qualify first. And then the actual qualifiers specifically are all these ones here, which is go to where the race starts. And there might only be two more. But we did, of course, just finish one, and that would explain in part why we just saw so many quests pop up on the screen when we were starting the race. Okay. So that's cool. Let's actually go directly into the town a bit here. Yana, do we know you?
Greetings.
It seems like we might. Oh, or maybe you're just the herbalist?
Mind if I have a look at your herbs?
Okay. Do you have anything interesting? for us here. The usual stuff, definitely. Anything out of the ordinary, though, that we might want to pick up? The sulfur's hard to get, yes. Sometimes calcium equum can be as well, but I don't think I'm seeing anything that is incredibly rare here that we absolutely must pick up in order to be able to craft more things. So I think we pass. Let's see if there's anything else we can sell to you. I mean, it's been a long time since we last sold our excess herbs. We probably have some of the most common ones with over 100 of those. We probably could do that a bit if those are hanging out somewhere, like our 100 Fortunarius. These, I almost said grow on trees. That's not actually true. Fool's parsley leaves, those do, or bushes at the very least. So yeah, like there are definitely some of these that we have over 100 of. Yeah, there you have it. Fortunarius, we have at least 108. And even if that does mean that we're getting rid of most of it, it still leaves us with, I mean, we can still pick up more very easily. So let's sell these. We don't have a ton of coins here. We can't go too crazy. Might just leave it at that. Rib leaf, I think, was another one that we have 104 right now. Yeah. That one, I don't think is quite as common. So I might hold off on selling those. With the 100 fool's parsley, though I don't see another stack of that right now. Probably just hiding somewhere where I'm not catching it, but we'll leave it for now. We did pick up the lesser red mutagen recently, or was it actually a normal red mutagen? I was wondering if we might be able to upgrade into a different kind of those, but doesn't seem like it based on the numbers I'm looking at there.
See ya.
Fare thee well.
Okay.
I reckon
Anything
type a mile away.
in here? Doesn't seem like it.
Ow! It's
Okay.
raining. Put on your tunic.
Anything else of note in here? Some guards, people. If there is stuff around here, we can't necessarily loot it like crazy. Here? That's something. Oh, hold on. There we go. Here? More alcohol. I might have known. Well, what? Did not expect that to happen. We nearly jumped up to the rafters there, somehow. And lots of blood moss, it seems. And hornwort. That stuff seems as though it's a lot easier to come by in Skellige. So perhaps that does confirm some of our, or answer some of our questions that we had. Where's this plant that we are theoretically directly on top of right now? I don't know. I'm sure we'll be fine. Other than that,
Raining again.
I don't think it is, actually. But, okay.
Fresh smile upon it.
Also, these people totally just watched as our ship wrecked over there and just did not care one bit. Well, there's definitely that we're going to want to check out. Gotta be someone over there, right? That's probably worth doing right around now, but let's look around the village first, and then we'll just want to double back, make sure that we check out what, if anything, is in that dramatic-looking little island there.
Stay along. Tell the
There is
yarn.
loot here.
He's in charge.
That guy's giving us the evil eye, though. So now is definitely not the time. This is not the building we're looking for. This is a different building. One right next to it. And this one has a little bit of silver in it, so sure. That lootable? No, that's just extinguished. Okay. Ooh. Oh, hold on. Something else sneaking up on us? Or is that just, again, the extinguished? I think it might have been. Saw something pop up at in my peripheral vision. This is the place where we're just trying to go. No, we have not been in here yet. Doesn't seem like there's much here right now, other than the notice board that we picked up, or picked up all the notices from. Did give us a bit, but doesn't seem like there's much to do directly in the city. City is a strong word. The village. There may be an additional building here, though, and we probably don't want to do this. Okay, that was a close one. Making me nervous. But, like, over here? What are we stepping on right now? Big whalebone? It's dramatic. I'll give you that. Seems to be the biggest building here, for whatever that's worth. You seem to be really keen on collecting seashells, but do you sell them by the seashore? Last wish, I think we know that. Anything elevated there? Might be able to loot this? No? Doesn't look like it. That's not anything either. Alright. Guess it's mostly just the seashells. So yeah, I suspect that we might be coming back here at some point in time for a quest sometime in the future. This looks safe. Ooh. Glad we did check that. That fisherman... With the no, it's you making that sound? I don't know. Someone was going a little crazy there. Is this a safe distance? I think so. Don't think anyone's mad at us right now, fortunately. Okay, so let's nab that. And maybe nab this. Just double check that the guards people are all far enough away. I mean, that's not a huge deal there. Could have potentially even been people here. Yeah, there is a guards person there, but his back is turned to us. Is this a different building? I think it is. So yeah, and didn't we read the little description of this town a while back, and it basically said that it's a fishing town and not much else? Because one guy caught a fish and then everyone wanted to beat his record. And that seems pretty consistent with what we're seeing here. Not much going on besides a bunch of fishermen. Oh, that's actually... Oh, inhabited. That island over there, that is cool. Definitely going to want to check it out.
Bringing in refuge by the barrel.
Anything else hanging out in this corner here? I don't think so. So let's see what this is all about. Is that? That's just a little boat. Someone's fishing on it. Oh. We've heard of this. Wait, what? We've heard of ran by... Someone was talking about it. I forget what. Or who. But this is not really what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was probably not this.
Bandits in the hills.
Especially not if it's this tiny little room and not anything else. Did seem like you had a decent sized island. Sizable enough for more than just this. Anything else in here? Yes. Not that it's terribly notable, but surely there's like another room or floor or something. Wait, that ladder is broken. So we could potentially get really ambitious and try climbing up that. Don't think it would end well.
To have strength to the last.
I swear, someone was talking about us going to this spot here, or maybe that was just that we technically got close enough to a different area that name happened to pop up. Like maybe we got close enough to this spot here. I don't know about that. No, it does say. Oh no, but that's okay. That's just the name of this. The name of this town. What am I saying? That's the name that popped up. Okay. Never mind then. I take it back. We already knew about Ranvay because we were there. Okay, so we've made it here. Question is, what next? So we could investigate some of these question marks. I think that's probably not a bad idea. Maybe we check some of those out on our way over to maybe these 3 question marks or whatever else we find along the way over to this notice board. We'll check out this notice board. Hopefully that gives us more question marks. And then from there, we'll see what happens. We're generally heading in the same direction as the main quest. I want to make sure that we aren't going too crazy on the main quest and doing a bunch of main quest things before we get the chance to do many side quests, because we have certainly started to get a fair number of side quests available to us. So I think we'll reevaluate once we get over to this notice board here. So let's go for maybe, I don't know, this question mark first. Sure. Why not? Give it a shot. So the way we get off of this island place is by doing this. It's actually, oh yeah, it is further north. Okay. We're doubling back a little bit. And tell you what, why don't we get a little bit creative with our pathing here. Cover some ground that we've not yet covered. And just check out what's over here first. Maybe we'll go on the path this time, because we didn't really go on the path last time. So, a bunch of sheep over here. A bunch of animals in general. We didn't really see... Oh, or we did see some animals, a fair bit of animals, earlier in Skellige, but it seems like, generally speaking, there are a ton more wild animals than there were in Velen and Novigrad, which I suppose makes sense, because people were talking about how Velen is a pretty terrible place. Okay, what is, oh, you have a quest. Where exactly did we end up? I mean, not going in the direction we said we were going to go. But this is, I suppose, still worth investigating. And then we'll head back up north. Let's see what this is all about.
Mind if I interrupt?
Not gonna lie, you do remind me of a certain someone from The Witcher 2, but with your hairstyle at least. What? Oh, you're having trouble with a curse, you say? Okay, go on.
Here you're having trouble with a curse.
I am. Look, see it lying there. The horse head on the pole. That's...
A nithing kind of curse. Seen this before.
Ah, okay, we
Nothing to
could
scoff at.
read about the
Misfortune,
nithing
even
notice in town.
aye. And the name carved upon it is Tialva, my firstborn. Boy's feverish, grows weaker by the day. I fear I'll bury him before the next moon. Tried to lift the curse myself, but no luck.
Okay, so I think now that we've spoken to this guy, we should just see this one out, right? So it was on our list. Don't know if it was necessarily going to be the first one on our list, but sure, we'll see it through.
I can help you, one of 2 ways. First, I can try to convince whoever put up the nithing to lift the curse themselves. Second, I can deflect the curse back on whoever cast it by writing their name on the shaft. Either way, need to know who's behind this.
But I don't trouble no one. Don't know a soul who'd wish it upon me.
Guess I gotta investigate.
Yeah. Okay. It is the nithing. I think that was at least within the realm of possibility level-wise. It's 14. Okay, so I think it's one of the lower level ones, possibly the lowest. That's fine. Sure. Let's just take a quick look around a bit here. Oh, well, we can investigate this, which is definitely something we're going to want to do. So yeah, let's actually activate this quest on this page here. Investigate the nithing. Okay, so yeah, that definitely means here. And we should probably read the full description just to be safe here, make sure we're not missing anything. In Skellige, Geralt met a desperate and broken man named Lothar. Someone had cast a powerful curse on his son, causing him to slip closer and closer toward the grave with each passing day. The Witcher knew he had to lift the curse before it was too late. Okay? Sure.
Trail's fresh. Might want to look around some.
Okay.
A nithing. A powerful curse. Name carved on the shaft. Tialva. son of Lothar.
Okay. So do we just follow the tracks immediately, or do we investigate a little bit further in his actual house? I mean, you say your son is very ill, so it's not like he's hanging out here. So what happened to him? Where is he? Just let him go roaming out in the wilderness when he's ill? Seems a little odd. But anyways, the tracks. Where do those lead? In this direction, it seems. We, of course, haven't really explored this area at all yet. This is the little in-between area where we were saying before we'd probably want to check it out. So that could mean... Oh, no, that's the wrong direction. Could mean that we would end up... Oh, this.
What is this?
Going into an area where we've not seen anything yet. And run into other things.
Distinctive smell.
Okay, I assume that means we'll get the scent coming from... Carol, are you done smelling it? Okay. Got me kind of concerned there. That did kind of seem like I might have gotten bugged for a second. Or Carol just insisted on continuing to sniff. And I had to throw a punch to break him out of the habit. All the scent? Yeah, we can't see the scent right now. I mean, I can see where you're showing us that the scent should be based on the mini-map picture here. But I do feel like that might have just gotten a little bit bugged. So... Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Never mind. We're fine. So, should be good here. Let's see. Follow in this direction, then it curves around a bit. Yeah, we could find ourselves stumbling across something else entirely different, is basically what I'm getting at when I say that we have not yet explored this area much. I actually just wanted this, but thank you. Let's see. Going back to town. Well, I suppose it does make sense if it's going back to town, right? There's someone who did not think much of our friend here or his son, and presumably they're the ones.
Can't follow my nose any further. Need to ask around about the shawl.
My guess is it's probably the herbalist. Oh, although suddenly there are many more people with names here. Previously, it seemed as though everyone was just Skeletor.
You, Odin?
I am. Hear about me, sonny?
Oh. Actually, I am busy at the moment, doing something entirely different. We'll want to talk to you at some
Can't
point.
Take this on right now. Farewell.
And we might even want to do that before we go much further, because that is a Witcher contract, and if we do happen to stumble across a place where we are going to run into that monster before we talk to you, then we could get stuck in one of those situations where we lose our opportunity to negotiate the price. So we should do that soon. In fact, we could even do that right now before we forget. Let's just do it.
Greetings.
Just negotiate the price, then we'll move on.
Let's talk about my reward first.
Don't remind me what the deal is with what we're actually trying to do. Apparently, we're trying to rescue your son as well, or save him from some curse too. I think that's probably going to be a little bit too high. Let's go to like 315 maybe. I think that's pretty safe.
It's a lot. I need to borrow from Kin, but you have it. Won't spare no coin for me, boy.
Okay. We'll ask you about searching for your son later on. I just wanted to make sure that if we do happen to stumble across that area, that we don't lose that opportunity to negotiate the price. Okay, so I was thinking...
Hey there.
Can we talk to just random Skelgers? I doubt it.
Watch yourself, white hair.
I was thinking it was going to be...
Greetings.
Greetings.
Except no, you are truthfully just an herbalist.
Fare thee well.
At least, at the moment, it would seem. Huh. For a little village, there are a lot of people, though.
Peace, mate.
Peace. Oh, right. I mean, unlikely, and based on where the circle is, technically you're outside of it. Over here. I'm assuming it's gonna be someone who
Bored.
does not have a generic name like Old Woman.
I'm
Or
a simple
Skelliger.
chap. Seek no
We're
trouble.
also outside of the circle.
She's a great lady now because her son sails with Hull.
Skelliger.
Feeling any
better?
brings back riches.
Skelliger Woman.
You don't say.
This actually looks like this might be safe to take right now, but still. Yeah, this circle is actually, it's not that... What the heck is that sound? Actually does not cover much of town. A little strange.
Greetings.
Hey there.
Here? No. And there aren't that many people who have specific names, though.
Can see
Thing?
from afar.
Like, where is this person? They actually a little bit outside of town, like over here? Where'd you go? Ask about the shawl's owner. Give me any more context? No? Who the heck am I supposed to talk to?
Will you keep loitering, bothering folk?
Every man on the continent
Greetings.
so bloodless.
I will talk to every last person. Excuse me? Every last
Tell
person.
the Jarl. He's in charge.
Peace, mate.
Already spoke to you, but just be sure. No. No.
I'm busy.
No. It's definitely not you.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Can we buy something
Mind if I
from
have a
you?
look at your herbs?
We need to do that first? Are you like actually selling the what was it, like the robes basically? The person was wearing? No.
See you.
Wishful thinking, of
Fare
course.
thee well.
But who else? Who else, I ask? I mean, clearly it's the one person I haven't asked, because we've asked just about everyone else.
Yalls, see if you're common for dirty oaf. Hey there.
You,
There ain't no
there's some of the kids who phase in and out of walls. Concerning, yes, I know. Random Skelliger here, who does not even want to talk to us at all. Or just heavy breathing. Where the heck? He's the person we're looking for.
Not bad.
Old
as
man.
steel goes.
You've come a
Who
long
is it?
way.
You.
What's it you need?
Also a generic name. I mean, I suppose it's it's playing on RPG tropes a little bit, metagaming of sorts, I suppose, to deliberately be seeking out people who have unique names. So I guess it's a little bit unfair of me to assume that it was going to be someone like that, but still.
Any chance you know who wore this shawl?
Of course. Yona.
I
Herbalist.
thought so.
Lives there, in that hut. Oh, she'll be pleased you found it for her.
Will she, though?
Yeah, real pleased.
Yeah, something tells me. Not so much. Alright, so, now, Jonah, we have some talking to do. And you have some explaining to do.
Found your shawl near Lothar's house by the NITHING you put up there.
Yeah,
How did you know?
talk.
Had a hunch. Thanks for confirming it. You know Tjalva's got one foot in the grave.
Good. That bastard should never have been born.
Oh?
Me, I was to be Lothar's bride, but he cast me aside for that flounder. Getting his comeuppance now. Him and that whole ploughing family.
Oh, so you'd kill a child out of jealousy, you say?
You'd kill a child out of jealousy? Are you serious?
Tis not jealousy, but dignity that matters here. 10 years we lived side by side. 10 years. I cooked for him, washed his breeches, shared my bed. And he abandoned me with nary a word. The whole village laughed. Stupid bint Yona let herself be had. No, I have not been had. Nor have I forgot.
Okay, but, say, what about, like, I don't know, lifting the curse? How's that sound?
Want you to lift the curse. I mean it.
Fine. I'll do it. But I've my terms.
Oh?
Lothar's to renounce his son and come back to me.
I'll be sure to tell him. But I think we both know what his answer will be.
Yeah. Not sure we really want to be the messenger for this one. So, hey, what's up, Lothar? Yeah, by the way, the person who you apparently totally told off, she's displeased with you, wants you to claim that your son is not actually your son, and then wed her? Something tells me you're not going to be too keen on doing that. And then he turns into Letho and slays the king of Temeria.
Old friend of yours, Yona.
I might have guessed. Jealous bitch! Can't stand to see others happy. So, will she lift the curse?
Hey.
Yeah, sure. All you gotta do is renounce your family and go back to her.
Nay. Never! My wife, my son. I'd strip them of honor. Condemn them to poverty. You've got to break the spell, Witcher. Let her die!
So, I mean, is that the only way that you can lift such a spell? I mean, what did we say? We said we could get the person who set up the curse to lift it, or we could basically bounce the curse back off to the person who set it, and so that presumably would kill Yona. So, I mean, then it basically just becomes a question of one person's life for another. Who do we prefer? Do we prefer Yona living, or do we prefer your son living? Now, Yona, of course, did set this curse to begin with, and does seem very vindictive. So, you're not winning very many brownie points here, Yona. We don't know much of anything about your son, other than that he's presumably a child, and you could make the case, therefore, is but an innocent person who should be spared. So, I mean, if it's gonna come down to basically just picking and choosing who lives and who dies, then probably gonna stick with his son. So, I mean, I would rather avoid having to kill someone who is still a civilian who's done a pretty terrible thing, putting a curse on someone who is going to make them die, a child no less. But, okay.
You might deserve to be punished, but not this way. Fine, I'll do it.
Thanks be to the gods.
Don't bring the gods into it. This is between two human beings.
Okay.
There's truth to that blather.
So, yeah. And we said we'd have to do that by carving her name in. And my guess is, it's not going to be that simple and straightforward. Presumably, she's going to die some painful, horrible death, come back as a ghostly spirit to haunt us, and then we will fight that.
J-O-N-N-A. May it be quick and painless.
No, it absolutely won't be. Absolutely won't be. Let's save. Talk to Lothar to collect your reward. Okay, I mean, we carved the name in, yes, but definitely have not yet seen the ramifications of what we just done. My guess is the alternative we would have just left in the name that was already on there.
It did. Your son should recover soon, and Yona will die.
Thanks, Witcher. 1,000 times over. My son's dearest of all to me. I couldn't abide it if he'd died. Your reward. Will you eat with us before moving onward?
No, not in the mood.
Yeah. Quest updated. Does say completed. I mean, surely it isn't that simple. I mean, yes, it did largely just come down to picking who we wanted to live and who we wanted to die. But not that we really wanted anyone to die. But it really feels like there's going to be some kind of follow-up to that. But anyways, I do like the wild horses. That's cool. I think we saw a tiny bit of them in Delin or, like, Greater Novigrad of sorts. but not groups this large, I don't think. Of horses, at least, specifically. So then we were saying we probably want to head north. Well, that's a lot of Celandine and other stuff as well. We were thinking of going to this question mark first. I mean, we are very close to this one here, so let's go for this one instead for now, and then afterward, assuming this is relatively quick, we'll head back up to this here. So let's see what it's all about. Because it'll take us through the peaceful horse pasture, which may not be peaceful for much longer. I do wonder, this looks like a bandit camp. You know, this is not where we just marked stuff, but I don't think this one is on our map. Yeah, so probably all the more reason to make sure that we take note of it while we can. How dare you remove my friend as soon as I put it on? Not cool. And crossbow, or normal bow, dude. No way are you going to try to shoot us from point blank. Is this technically a bandit camp, or yeah, bandit camp? Nato, what the heck are you doing here? I was gonna say, is it an abandoned site though that gets re-inhabited once we take people out? Because it seems like that's actually what happened here, in some ways. Oh, so this guy's just casually cooking a meal right next to where we chopped somebody in half. Okay, sure. Not sure I want to ask you what you're cooking right now, but sure. I am also picking up junk weapons, which is a little bit dangerous because they are, of course, well, that's 3 verbena. That is, of course, pretty heavy, and we don't love that stuff because it's not super valuable. Silver is valuable, though, as are all of these things. So ideally, we'd get the chance to offload that junk soon. So I think the best place to do that would have, of course, been back when we were in the primary town, and when we're in these little villages, less likely we'll be able to make that happen. So let's just take a quick look at... We have, what, 16? Or rather, 14 weight remaining. So, I mean, it's... I'd like to have more wiggle room here, especially if we are going to continue to search for additional quests to do. That place directly south of us is the place where we just were, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's make sure. Oh, that was it. That bandit camp was it. Okay. As it turns out, the question mark and the bandit camp that we just saw, one and the same. Okay. In that case, we'll head up to this one that's a little bit further north. This is a different area that I think we're going to want to check out in a future occasion, though I do hear Andriga. Kind is that? Is that just a worker? No, that's a different kind. You're one of the kinds that does poisoning stuff. Level 20. Okay, so it's a higher level one, for sure. And usually they come in groups. Yeah, there's the poison. So,
Damn, you're up.
likely means that some of these other red spots here. What combos? Like that. These other red dots here are probably also Rodriguez. Okay, so drone number 1 down. Ooh, and red mutagens. Other decent crafting materials. Guessing, yeah, you are drones as well. And if we could fight you one at a time, that would be preferable. Of course, we fought the previous one by itself. That was nice. You are also certainly, yeah, that would do something like that. Okay, let's put the Quen back on. More poisoning stuff? Yep. Don't have a great sense as to what the range on that is. Throw it back on. Now let's throw it back on. Do it again? Maybe, maybe not. None of that. Whatever that was, don't do it. Okay, green mutagen this time. Not as useful to us. This probably the last of the group. That looks like something different, though. Armored Arrakis, level 26. Okay, so this is the leader of the group, so to speak. We probably want to ignite you to lower some of your armor would, I would think, be very helpful to us. We want to make sure we have Quen on at all times, I think, against you. Not entirely sure what to expect between poison and physical attacks. This is a very bad place to get stuck. I was trying to dash backwards, in case you couldn't tell, and there was a tree there. 2 trees, in fact, that were blocking us. If we... That... Whenever you turn your back to us, makes me suspicious that you are about to start using poisoning stuff. And I can't tell if you're healing right now or not. I don't think you are. But also you are running away. Quite aggressively, in fact. Please stop doing that. I'm trying to cut you off. I've been running, so I can't use Igni there. Okay, now you're gonna block stuff when you do that. Sure. Quen back on. Okay, don't do that. That looks bad. Come back here. Ow. That is something we definitely don't want to get hit by, or at least if and when we do, want to make sure we have Quen on. But down you go. Let's just make sure you don't explode or anything. I doubt you would, but okay. I do think we fought one of those before, but getting another red mutagen, a few more chitin shell, and Arrakis eyes. I think those are all good things for us, and may even mean that we have enough red mutagens to do some special red mutagen things. Let's double check. So we can make 3 alchemy substances. It's probably all the mutagen stuff. We do want to try to make some of these other alchemy things, but we need the white gull to make that stuff happen. There was the... what was it? There's the decoction, something of that sort, that a long time ago we had the stuff to make... or, yeah, we were needing, what was it? Like a blue, green, and red mutagen. We were waiting to craft it until we had more red mutagens. I think we might have done it already, though, because, well, we have the red mutagens to make it happen, and we could do it right now, but... ooh. Superior beast oil. That looks nice. We needed a cockatrice stomach. And Rubeda. When did we pick this up? I don't think any of these were recent additions, so we've been holding on to this for a long time, maybe. Either way, certainly worth making it. Potions. Ooh. Drowner pheromones? Drowners will not attack the Witcher. Did we get this from one of the quests? I mean, let's make it. I don't necessarily foresee us using it ever, but maybe for one of these quests, like I think it was maybe the Witcher contract, the one for taking out the Super Drowner, that might have basically said like, hey, use this, you're gonna need it. So maybe we take the hint, or for whatever quest it was. I just had the controller vibrate. Was that a coincidence? Or is there actually something over here? Another enemy? It is another drone. Which, I mean, at level 20, they probably do give some experience, and I do think the crafting materials are decent. It's not the end of the world to fight it, again. Is this another drone it is? Okay. So, I mean, if that's the random type of enemy that we're going to be encountering in Skellige, I think that's certainly better than the Indriga workers that we were encountering back in Velen. What is this? Like a guard dog that's hanging out over here? Yeah, I was going to say. Because whatever it is hanging out right next to you. That'd be really weird if you're just chilling next to an Indriga drone. So is this our spot, or is this a different spot? This is looking like it might be a different spot. It is a different spot. I have totally deviated from where we were looking to go. Okay, hold on. Indriga's distracted me. It's not my fault. It's the Indriga's fault. Nah.